Go, release, breakdown, GMFB style. Time for big deal or no big deal. And let's start with that team that we mentioned has 4 games under the bright lights in Las Vegas. It is the Raiders. Big deal or no big deal, Kyle? The newly minted Las Vegas Raiders get those 4 primetime games.
I mean, how could this not be a big deal? This is a huge deal. And I just look at it, it's an historic deal. If you were to go back 10 years ago and tell a diehard football fan, check out what's going down in 2020. The Raiders are going to be in Las Vegas, and they're going to say, wow, they're going to play a game in Las Vegas. No. They're going to be based in Las Vegas. They're going to be playing in a giant new stadium that's referred to as the Death Star. Their GM is Mike Mayock, and they'd be like, the guy who does color commentary for Notre Dame games? Yes, him. Their coach is John Gruden. The guy from the Wing commercials? Yes. And David Carr's little brother is their quarterback, and they're in Vegas, and they're ready. This is a huge, huge deal. It's 4. I wish it was 10. This is going to be awesome.
It's a big deal, and I want to see how these visiting teams approach it. Look, we could be all Pollyanna here and say that everyone's going to be in bed by 6 p.m. the night before. I don't know about that. You're coming in with a Sunday night game, and you're starting to think, all right, I've got a little time to sleep. I can prepare. I got all day Sunday. You better believe this is going to be interesting. I look at the Saints, the Bucks, the Chiefs, and the Chargers.
Drew Brees is at Tao Beach.
Hey, it might not be Drew Brees, but there are 53 people on that team. I assume someone is at Tao Beach that night before, and I'm curious to see how they approach those games. That will not be chalk wins for the Saints, Bucks, Chiefs. There's an old theory in the NBA. Miami Heat, whenever these teams come through Miami, they come out sluggish the next day. It's because they were at Club Live the night before. I'm telling you, I am fascinated to see a primetime game in Vegas and what that means for the visiting team coming the whole weekend.
Big deal, colossal deal. Listen, if you're not in the surrounding cities, of course, if you live in Vegas and you're a Raiders fan, you'll go. But if you're not in Arizona, LA, or just a diehard that wants to make it to every game, if you want to see the game, but you don't want the Vegas experience, this is a big deal. So for me, I'm a fan of the Raiders. I got guys on the team that I still love and support, but I live here in New York, so I can't hop on a plane every time I want to go see a game. But if they have 4 primetime games, I get to experience all of it. I get to see the glitz, the glamour, the bright lights without all of the Vegas chaos. Like, you know, the Vegas walking down the boulevard and guys are handing you pamphlets and you're like, bro, I'm with my wife. What are you giving me? Are going to the airport and you got them like last minute gamblers. You're like, bro, you're at the airport. It's over. You're not going to win the jackpot at the airport. Yeah. See, all that chaos, I don't have to deal with it. I get to walk downstairs, turn on the TV, make me a meal, sit back, and I get Vegas in my living room, which is the greatest thing ever.
It's good.